Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. A storm has stormed through the Duggar family, and this time the heart of the pain sits with one of their brightest and strongest daughters, Jessa Duggar. Sewald is the fourth child of Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, and she is a familiar face to millions of people who grew up watching TV shows like 19 Kids. And counting on the other hand, this is not a tale consisting of baby showers, adorable nurseries, or happy tears. This is a narrative about a family that is struggling to bring themselves together in the face of adversity and loss when everything seems to be falling apart around them. The joy that comes before the storm, the most ecstatic news that Jessa and her husband, Ben Sewald, could possibly have shared with their followers was that they were expecting their sixth child. Love was ablaze on social media platforms. Congratulations were posted on their page by a large number of fans, and Jessa appeared to be glowing in the photographs at the same time that she was holding her little baby belly. She had that same calm smile that people have liked ever since she was on TLC. In one of her posts, she captioned it, "Every life is a gift." On the other hand, something didn't feel quite right behind the scenes. Jessa would later reveal in a video that was raw and tearful that her instincts have been whispering for her to hear something that her heart was not prepared to hear. The moment when everything underwent a transformation during a checkup that was considered to be routine, the words came to mind, "I'm sorry, there's no heartbeat." There are only 4 words. On the other hand, they are like a freight train, impacting any mother. Not only did the remarks hurt Jessa, who had already experienced a miscarriage, but they also reopened an old wound that she had previously sustained after some time had passed. She said on a private video blog, with her eyes red and her voice shaking, "I just froze. I knew I couldn't weep. I was unable to respond. Then had such a firm grip on my hand. Simply put, we sat there numb in a stealthy manner. The disaster had hit. There are no cautionary indicators. It is not painful. There was nothing but quiet where there ought to have been a beating heart." Ben's silent, melancholy Ben has been the more reserved of the two, in contrast to Jessa, who has always been open and honest with her fans, discussing topics such as motherhood, faith, and even the challenges she faced during pregnancy, according to individuals who are close to the couple. However, this loss struck him particularly hard. He was so ready, a friend of the family revealed with us. While he was helping to set up the bassinet, he had resumed his habit of reading baby books. Simply put, he wasn't able to stop expressing how eager he was to finally get his hands on his child. After they discovered it, he remained silent for a number of hours. Ben posted a verse from Job in a rather unusual Instagram story. The verse read, "The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." There is no caption, not a filter. It's nothing except heartbreak, sadness that permeates the entire house. There was a dramatic change in the atmosphere in the Sewald home, which had before been filled with the cheerful sounds of Spurgeon Henry, Ivy Fern, and baby George. Jessa stated, "The children are not able to comprehend. People are always asking when the baby is going to be born. I'm at a loss for words, and I don't know how to respond till I stop crying." After much deliberation, she and Ben came to the conclusion that the best way to convey the news to their children was to offer a gentle explanation. "Ivy held me in her arms and reassured me, 'It's okay, Mommy. Perhaps the next time.'" Having that kind of innocence is both therapeutic and devastating at the same time. The Duggar family is gathering together almost soon. The extended Duggar family, which is as large as it has always been, came together. Jinger arrived from California via airplane on a regular basis. Jill called and shared her personal experiences with the discomforts of pregnancy. Even Jim, Bob, who is typically associated with being a stern patriarch, was observed to be noticeably distraught. During a church session during the course of several days, Michelle Duggar Jessa's mother and a woman who has been through her fair share of tragedies went to be with her daughter. There are times when a mother absolutely requires her very own mother. Jessa wrote in a gentle article, "We're crying with you," is the reaction of the fans. Jessa Duggar's public announcement of the devastating news was met with an amazing response from the Duggar fan base, who has been following this family for close to 20 years. "I was 11 weeks pregnant when I lost my baby. Not only are you not alone, Jessa, greetings and love, Ben. Keep your strength in the background is awe-inspiring. The infant is in God's care now. You have us." Those who were critical of the family took a moment to offer compassion. A user expressed their sentiments by writing, "Regardless of our differences, a loss such as this deserves nothing but compassion. The road that lies ahead is somewhat lengthy in spite of the fact that Jessa has always placed a significant amount of importance on her faith. She is experiencing a different kind of healing this time around. I am having doubts about those things that I never imagined I would, not because of my faith in God, but because of the fact that this keeps happening," she admitted. "Why is it that some mothers are able to keep all of their children while some of us have to say our goodbyes before we can say hello?" As for Ben, he is also dealing with his own little storm. Those who are close to him have reported that he has been keeping a journal, reading scripture, and going on lengthy walks by himself. According to reports, he told a pal, "I just want to be strong for her. However, I am shattered on the inside," paying tribute to the infant who they were never able to meet. The couple has not disclosed the identity of their child, who could not be found. It is true that they do not know whether the child was a boy or a girl. Nonetheless, this has not prevented them from mourning in the same manner that parents do alongside a little stone that just reads forever. Love. They planted a white rose bush in their backyard. The stone was named after the couple, never to be forgotten. As Jessa puts it, she feels the leaves first thing in the morning. "Even though I never had the opportunity to hold them, it is my way of wishing them a good morning." This is a message of hope despite the devastating loss. The Seawalds are making an effort to discover glimmerings of optimism in the midst of the gloom. As a family, they are spending more time together, engaging in activities such as reading, completing puzzles, and baking. Jessa noted that as a result, it helps us stay grounded. Also, it gives the children the impression that their parents are doing well despite the fact that it is beginning to fray. Jessa's faith continues to be the glue that holds her together. As she puts it, "There are times when I feel the peace of God like a blanket on. Other days I have the impression that I am barely clinging to life. On the other hand, I have faith that recovery will occur continually. It does slowly but surely," she said. The final words spoken by Jessa are, "You are not alone." In her most recent post, Jessa stared directly into the camera and talked not only as a celebrity, but also as a woman, a mother, who has experienced sorrow that is indescribable. If you have lost a baby, regardless of when or how it occurred, your grief is real and should be respected. That is not an overstatement at all. In no way are you being weak. It's only that you are a human being. Her eyes welled up with emotions as she announced the conclusion of the video with the words, "You are not alone there. You are. I will be praying for you as well." Some concluding remarks: loss is an inevitable part of life, yet doing so does not make it any less difficult. During the course of their life, Jessa Duggar Seawald and her family will always remember this tragic event as a turning point, not one that is replete with lullabibs and baby coops, but rather one that is full with pain, strength, and the kind of love that persists even when there is no sound.